Welcome to day 18. Time is an illusion. So yesterday we brought awareness to the energy inside our body, the inner body. And one of the first things that we explored was answering a question from a feeling. How old are you? So we look at what do we use to determine how old we are. We say a number, an age. If we actually look at the word age and then turn it inwards, aging. Our words speak the truth to our feelings. Yet when we answer that question, we lie to our truth. Our words don't match our experience. And worse than that, we manifest our aging process. We manifest that. Because every answer that we come back with a number, it's our interpretation what that number is. So if I was to ask you to imagine what you would look like at 80 years old. And I was to then ask you, what do you look like at 90 years old? And you'll see that the mind does go off. Some people who say, I don't even know if I'll make it to that old. If that's the words that you speak, that becomes a truth. Did anyone think of themselves at 80 with a six-pack, lean, healthy, mobile? Our limitations is the images that we give those numbers, that we attach to those words. We manifest a truth from our words. So numbers equals time. Past and future equals time. Time is the ego. Time is the ego. Ego is the mind. Time is a man-made concept. Man-made. Mind. Concept. Idea. And it's just one that we've taken on. We were born into this. Time. The dates in the calendar. Even the way that we count our numbers. If you close your eyes for me now, and again, just coming straight back to the feelings. Our feelings are the truth. And when we talk about those topics that are mind-bending, that are thought-provoking, the mind gets in the way. It challenges our beliefs. So if we close the eyes and take your attention back inside the body, time is the ego. Our feelings are the truth, that's the soul. Time comes with numbers. Days, weeks, months, years. There's a start and a finish. The physical. So with your eyes closed, bring awareness to the world that we live in. And a quick overview of how many people, including oneself, that have been stressed over time. We are running late. In a rush. have bills to pay by a certain time, have to book things out in the diary, all time. But yet from a feeling, let's start with the numbers to identify a time. Let's even start with when we're growing up as a kid and they teach us how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So bring awareness to the feeling. Who come up with those numbers? Who decided the tempo in between? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 1 elephant, 2 elephant. So there's time, the numbers that we're counting, all man-made. Because it could go something like this. 1, 2, 3. So using the same for numbers when we ask or answer, how old are you? The words that come out your mouth. 1, 2. Imagine if every 365 days a year we stayed the same age. And every 10 years that number would bump up. How old are you? I'm 1. I'm 2. I'm 3. All words, all ideas, all concepts. And this is a hard one to break free of. So looking at logic before anything else, from feelings. How does your body know 1 and 2 and 3 and 4? When, as we determined yesterday, you're now and now and now. Every day is a new day. Let's give or take 12 to 16 hours in a day, and then we have the night. 24 hours from the sunrise to the sunset. Estimated times. Calendars in the diary. We talk about history. And when we did things on certain dates, in certain years. And then we talk about our past, the story that's not ours. Our story is here now. My story, our story. His story is someone else's story. Described to us in words, in stories, in scriptures. It's not our experience. And we get caught up with the numbers. Even more thought-provoking, if we search, when did the calendar start? We're using the Gregorian calendar. And before that, we had a Julian calendar. And if you search back, it starts around 1500. So someone starts talking to you from the expertise, general knowledge, trivia, and they talk about any dates before 1500. How do they know? Oh, I found it. How do they know though? If you search that, when did the calendar start? You'll get a few interesting answers. And the reason why I'm bringing this all up, because time is a restrictor. It is such a limitation on our life. We are governed by time, governed to control. Time, T-I, tie, me. We are tied by time. Attached to the past, is gone, no longer here. Worry about the future. Waiting. Looking forward. Maybe one day. Always away from ourselves, yet we're here now. We're constantly chasing. constantly seeking, constantly waiting for another day, putting it off till Monday. And if we took away the time, and we are here now, and in this moment I go straight to my feelings, ego or soul. Your soul is now always the truth. So whenever we hear anything to do with the dates, time, and any stress that comes with that too, we all know instantly ego. If someone's so hooked up on time, we know that means they're unconscious. The word govern and control by time. Even when we get people that are sentenced in prison and they get sentenced with time, how much time did they get? They're in there doing time. Time is our currency. They take away time. So if we put a mirror on the word time, and our soul is the truth, emit. So instead of the thoughts, the past and the future, if you become present now and emit your light, shine your light now. The soul is the light, the love, presence, awareness, letting go attachment of time. We're always in a rush. Go, go, go. Next appointment, next phone call. And we spend our life on that wheel. And if we look at the microscopic level, even the concept of time with the devices that we wear, and this one hit me hard. If I was to say to you, right, now meditate every day, and I'm standing there, poke, 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 would you be able to concentrate? Well, if we take it down to the cellular level, because we know when we get into flow, our cells grow. And from the cellular level, everything about you is in that one cell. So if I was to have a watch watching over you, a watchman watching over the prison, on the watch from the subtle level, tick, 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 tick. Imagine your attention on your pulse now. Inner body, tick, tick. That's a soul poke from that watch. How can you ever get to stillness when you've got that reminder? Tick, tick, tick. What is a tick? An uncomfortable or irritable twitch. What else is a tick? A blood-sucking parasite. Tick, tick, tick. Eating away at our energy. And we glorify even the watch on our wrist. With price, another man-made concept, money. And where is our watch worn? Close by to the pulse, the beat to our life. So 60 seconds in 1 minute. Tick, tick, tick. Our body's experiencing that as a pulse, as a beat. And at the unconscious level, because we're not paying attention, our soul is always feeling that. Our mind is always on the go. How can it settle? Because when our body's calm, the mind's still. If our body's getting those ticks, the mind It's going to be able to quiet down. Poke, 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 poke. And then on that watch, we're constantly looking for the time, waiting for things to hurry and end, looking ahead for when's the next hour to come. How long left to this meeting? Chasing, chasing, chasing our now. Chasing it away. Our now is present moment. When we bring awareness to our energy, we feel when we're in our truth. And if we're not, it's just the opposite of our truth. Ego. Mind. Thoughts are past and future. Our feelings are always now. So bring awareness now to conversations, because people are very caught up in time. The beauty, when it is a concept and a theory, because it's not the full truth, it cannot be. As a feeling, it cannot determine time. Like we explored yesterday, how do you label a number with that feeling? Where did that number come from? Just a concept and an idea. So people talking about time is always in the ego. Always unconscious. And you'll see similar traits. Finds it challenging to sit still. Talks all the time. Gets uncomfortable in the stillness, the silence. Go, 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 go. Common traits when we look at time. So the moment we can start zooming out, we then use that concept in our favor. We become 5D. So if we look at time past as the negative and future is the positive, in the negative, it's gone, it's past. We can find the positive or the solution, the teaching or the lesson. And then we can use that in our favor to transmit energy, emit light for future thoughts. And in that, awareness, intention becomes the creation. So a great example, and I've used this many times, when people come up to you and you can tell there's something wrong. Their energy is quite off. There's something on their mind. They seem down. They seem stressed. They seem caught up. And they might tell you something along the lines of, I've been stressed for a number of years now. I've had anxiety for 5 years. I was so depressed, and I still feel that way now. 5 years. I say, congratulations. And they look at me. 5 years? And you made it through all that, and you're still here now. Wow. That is strong. That takes some strength. That was in it 5 years. I just struggled from the sound of that after one. And then you flip it. Imagine if you just used half of what you went through then into healing. How easy would that be? Because those 5 years, I can imagine that was a challenge, but you're here now. Within that, I bet there's teachings. They're nodding with you. I bet you learned lessons. I bet if you was given another opportunity, there would be changes with your decisions. Yes, yes, yes. Well, imagine what that looks like with the tools and resources and support for the next part of your journey. So what we label as bad, we can stretch the time. I've had a bad week. Why? I've only trained twice this week. That's a common one. I've had a bad week. Remove days, remove weeks, remove years, strip it away. How are you? Yeah, I'm well, thank you. What's been going on? Oh, I've been doing a bit of yoga recently. I've been a lot less active recently. But there's no days, there's no weeks. So what's bad? The words that we describe it. All the time. Time. You'll see, we say it all the time. A lot of our conversations, the moment we can bring awareness to it, ego, we're in ego. So what is my truth? What is my feeling? Let that go. Bring myself back to this moment. Just one breath. It's magical when you can get above time. Zoom out. Imagine, and take some imagining. Imagine a world with no time. Right, we're meeting up tomorrow. We're going to be here. We'll be there when the sun rises and when it's up as highest point in the sky. There's no stresses. Turn up when you need to turn up, if you turn up at all. If it's meant for you. If it's mine for you. Without that time, where's the rush? Slow down. Yeah, but we need time to make sure we can get places at the same time with each other and we can meet up with each other. Yeah, I get that. We have then a use of that concept to work for us. Yet we're not governed by it. We're not caught in prison by it. We're not aging by it. We're not arguing the points of other stories without being able to back it up. We're here now in this moment. We accept our past is gone, no longer here. In the past, we could talk about it as a negative. We talk about the pain and the anger and the frustration. And I can't do this. And that's not who I am. All in your past. All stories. Because we get caught up in time. So, awareness and intentions. And you'll notice, how often do you look at your watch for the time? Or your phone for the time? How many thoughts come up in your day around time? Any stresses, any resistance, anything to do with the dates, the calendars, time. Notice and just note down, bring up what comes up for you. Because you'll realize how much we are all consumed by time. There will be a day when we'll understand the whole concept. And we'll look back and go, wow, how did we allow it to get like this? We reach certain ages and we've now given it labels with an expectation. Midlife crisis, teenage brat. Yeah, if you label them that, that's what they become. I've hit 30, it's all downhill from now. Yeah, because you told yourself that. I've met people crying when they hit 30, booing their eyes out. What does that even mean? We have people fearing death, which is another topic, one of our favourite ones. And in that fearing of death, based on a number and an endpoint that we kind of put ourselves in brackets to, we then do not live life. Fearing death means we're fearing life. Fear. If we can break away from that concept, and it does take some working and awareness, and the best thing is to do is observe other people when it comes up in conversations and see how fixated they are around this. It's mind-blowing. For something that is a concept, a theory, an idea, Something has worked well for us. Yet at the same time, we turn into that grandfather clock, aging, stressing. Stillness is no time, timeless, emptiness. So if we always bring it back to the feelings, the soul, whenever the mind gets in the way, time, bring it back to the truth. So I'd love to see what comes up for you today. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you all soon.